Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Okay. Tonight, I'm going to play my other historic deck. A few days ago, I showed you, let's see. I showed you my historic dungeon deck, which actually did pretty well, except for the first game. And I briefly showed you my other decks that I played through historic legendary bard and historic dwarf vehicles, which I'm going to play tonight. Let me show you which cards I play in this. I just made some modifications with the newest release of Aetherdrift. I added some Voyager Glide cars, so I could have some 1-drops and then possibly bring out Magda or Veteran Motorist right away to crew that. SRAM, Senior Edificer. So this is dwarf-based creatures, mainly because of Magda. Going back to SRAM, whenever I cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, I draw a card. It's pretty sweet. Magna, whenever a dwarf becomes tapped, and I tap them a lot to crew vehicles, I create a treasure token. And if I sacrifice 5 treasure tokens, I can search my library for an artifact or dragon card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. I use this. I get to use this probably once every 3 games. It's pretty sweet for bringing out like the Surge Hacker mech, which deals, when this vehicle enters, it deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. It's also a mighty fine vehicle, a 5/5 menace vehicle. It costs 4. Let's see, what else do I play in here? 4 veteran motorists. It's only an uncommon, but whenever this creature enters, you scry 2. Whenever this creature crews a vehicle, that vehicle gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And it's a 3/1 for 2. 2 Reckoner Bank Busters, just in case the game goes long. It's also a good vehicle in its own right. 1 Unlicensed Hearse, in case I have to exile something from a graveyard. Every once in a while, this gets up to a 10/10 or something if the game goes long. Weatherlight Completed, an interesting vehicle. As long as Weatherlight Completed has 4 or more Phyresis counters on it, it's Phyrexian and creature in addition to its other types. And whenever a creature you control dies, put a Phyresis counter on Weatherlight Completed. Then draw a card if it has 7 or more Phyresis counters on it. If it doesn't, scry 1. So basically, once I get this out, it's a 5/5 that costs 2. I can sneak this out by crewing it other ways, and I'll show you that here in a second. But basically, whenever a creature dies, I put a counter on this. And every time I get a counter on it, I can scry. It's pretty sweet. And then once I get enough counters on it, then it turns into a creature. 4 Fairgrounds Warden, another dwarf. Basically, it exiles a creature. It's pretty nice. It works quite well and surprises a lot of people that I actually play it. Smog Belcher Chariot. It's an alchemy card. I'm not a big fan of alchemy cards in itself. I don't think this is overly powered, but a lot of them are. And it kind of, some of them are like, anyway. It's a whole nother story. Greasefang. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of your next end step. This is really sweet. Play 2 of these. 2 Depala, Pilot, Exemplar. Other dwarfs you control get +1/+1. Each vehicle you control gets +1/+1 as long as it's a creature. And whenever I tap Depala, I can pay X to reveal top X cards of your library, put all dwarf and vehicle cards from among them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's a perfect card for this deck. 3 Aethersphere Harvesters. For some reason, the Magic gods give me these, all 3 of these all the time. I guess we'll see whenever I play some games. 2 Astor Bearer of Blades. Not a dwarf, but whenever Astor enters, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an equipment or vehicle card from among them and put in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Equipment you control have Equip 1, and vehicles you control have Crew 1. So that also applies to the Weatherlight Completed. That gives it Crew 1, which is pretty sweet. It's one way of getting a 5/5 that costs 2 out pretty, to actually move into a vehicle. And making all of my vehicles Crew 1 is amazing. Surge Hacker Mech, I showed you that earlier. 1 Farewell, just because. 1 Valor's Flagship. It costs a lot actually having had a chance to use it yet in the 3 games that I've played since I've modified this deck. But if it gets discarded and I have a Greasefang, that would be a sweet card to bring out quickly. The other cards that the lands that I play, 4 Mech Hanger. I can crew vehicles with a Mech Hanger as long as I tap 3 lands. So that's pretty sweet also pretty sweet for the Weatherlight Completed or any other creature, and often the opponent doesn't notice that I have a way of crewing vehicles. And they just don't know what this land does, they don't read it. Everything else is pretty normal except the Dwarven Mine. 25% of the time I actually had enough mountains to get a dwarf out of this, so it usually comes in tapped, but it's out there anyway because it's a dwarf. And that's it. Alright, let's give it a shot. If you guys can think of any other cards that might help this deck, feel free to leave some comments. I'd appreciate it. Alright, let's give it a shot. Historic, ranked, best of 1. I played 2 games previous to this video, and I completely crushed the opponents, so hopefully that continues. So you can see how this deck plays. Okay, so I only have 2 lands, but I have a Veteran Motorist, which I can play on turn 2. And I can play the Voyager on... No, I can't play it on turn 2 unless I draw, because this is going to come in tapped. I'm still going to keep this. This is a really good hand. So if I don't draw a land right away, which I did, and I can cast this to cast a pilot or a vehicle, and the Motorist is a pilot. So I'm gonna use the planes and cast the Voyager Glide Car. Scry. I'm gonna keep that and do more lands. I'm gonna play this on turn 2 so I can play the Veteran Motorist and crew the Glide Car. I also get to scry for 2 more. The Glide Car, probably not, and probably not another planes or another land at all. So this is going to turn into a 3/4 here. It's pretty sweet. Not bad for turn 2. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them into battlefield. Okay. So the Paula's also a pilot, so if I played another Mech Hanger, I could crew the Glide Car again, which I think I'm going to do. And I'm going to crew with T'Pala, and it's going to be 0. And attack for 7. Not bad. When he plays this creature here, I'm just going to exile it. Okay, yeah, sure, you get a Golos. And is he dead? Maybe? He is dead. Okay. Good swift win. That's how the deck's supposed to play. If he doesn't interact with any of my creatures or my vehicles, it's a pretty easy win. I wasn't interacting with him at all either. Okay, game number 2. Dactarion. Okay, 2 Mech Hangers, Dwarven Mine. Can I play anything? I can play a Motorist, Veteran Motorist on turn 2. That's good enough. No turn 1 play this time. That's not going to be as quick. That's okay. We'll play the Dwarven Mine on turn 1, because it's going to take 3 more mountains before that actually turns into a dwarf. So, okay, this could be an issue here. We have to be quick. I'm going to try to exile that creature. So we want the dwarf that exiles. Not another Motorist. We need another red mana. No. I can play the Chariot just with mech hangers as well. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. Okay. Didn't really lose much there, which is good. Okay, we can play a Weatherlight completed. Or another Motorist. Or the Chariot. I'm worried about him flying. I don't think he's going to block me. I need to get damage in quickly. So I think I'm gonna go. Let's attack him. I will make that trade. Another Motorist? Jeez. I'll take a Magda. He's just gonna... Yeah, he's just gonna mill it. I don't even know why I care about scrying. Okay, this is amazing because I can play a Grease Fang and bring back what? Smog Belcher, Aethersphere Harvester. Probably the Harvester is the best. Through it. And I'll also gain some life. Take 6. I still don't know if I'm gonna have enough time. I'm down to 37 cards. I need to remove that Ruin Crab. Okay. That's bad for you, my friend. That's bad. That's bad for you. I don't think you knew what you just did. We'll take another Aethersphere Harvester. Do it again. This again. 6 more. Okay. I'm getting cards back from my graveyard. Thank you. There you go. Okay. He didn't draw any more lands, so I probably would have lost that game though. If they go out quickly, they can mill me pretty fast, so I got lucky there. Or my deck's just that good. I doubt it. Okay. It's only 13 minutes in. This deck goes pretty fast. These games go pretty fast. I haven't gone against an elf deck or a goblin deck yet tonight, so I'm guessing that's going to be my next opponent. I'm trying to remember if I played a Settle the Wreckage in this deck. I don't think I do. Okay, I have a Magda, turn 2. No, I don't. Opponent goes first. These are really good turn 2 cards, though. I'll keep it. I think he said hello. I'll say hello. Give me an untapped land. Give me an untapped. It's an elf deck, isn't it? Uh-oh. Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. Another easy game because they don't draw lands? Well, at least you can see what the deck gets to do. These are cool sleeves, right? This reminds me of Battletech. Have I talked about Battletech yet? Okay, we want to discard this if we get... Alright. So let's attack first. Get our treasure token. Bring out the motors. We want to draw more lands. Scry for some lands here. No, no. Although I probably could have played Depala, because next turn I would have had enough mana, but I want lands. I have enough playables. I'm going to be able to play 2 of these in a turn instead of just 1. Next turn I play the Harvester, and if I draw another land, untap land, I'll play like Weatherlight Completed. He's trying to ramp. Okay, good. Get the Harvester. And actually, I think I'm going to keep... I'm going to keep that. I'm not going to play it yet. I'm going to keep my treasures. Okay. A 1/1. Mossborn Hydra. Double number of counters. Okay. If I draw my exile guy, it's perfect. Okay, sure. Double again. Get up to 4 counters. So when I tap both of them next turn, then I can use the power to bring out my dude that does twice as many damage. Or should I... Let's do this instead. I don't really want to... Yes, I do. No, we're just going to attack. Let's see what he wants to do here. He's got something. Just stick there. Okay. Indestructible sucks. But I got backups of both of them. Drawing cards is good. Keep both of those. Okay. If I go fetch my other vehicle though with the 5 treasures I have, we'll see what happens here. Double the counters. He's a 10/10. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do here, I should block 5 of it, right? Bring him out. It's only gonna do 4. Thinking. Should have played the Weatherlight Completed too. Alright. We'll gain some life. I can play the Chariot next turn and kill it, but it's going to be a 20/20. What other creatures, or what other vehicles can I play to help me here? Probably nothing yet, right? Alright, this is what I'm going to do. Play him. Play you. Let's see. I might not have played this right. You can probably... Yeah. If he can get that up to a 40-40, I'm definitely dead. 20-20, I have a chance. Worried about your beasts. Yes, that's probably game. Need like first strike or something. Oh, this is definitely game. I don't think I put any new creatures in it that can exile. This has first strike. Oh, but I can't discard it. I can't get it back with this, right? Search your library. I don't think I have a second one. I'm gonna try anyway. Not that it would matter. Not that first strike would matter here. I would need first strike death touch. Not really care about your 4/4s. Hey, you're 160, 160. Okay. Alright. My chariot had first strike. So that's something else too. Alright, so I don't really care about the rampaging Baloths, I just care more about the Hydra. And I want as many tokens as I can. And I want to pump them up as much as I can, so I'm going to use the motorist as well. As many treasure tokens. And then you got another indestructible. What other vehicle could I get? That's not going to help me here. It's only going to do 6 damage. Glider's not going to help. Bankbuster, Hearse isn't going to help. Maybe I should throw in one vehicle to do an exile. We can kill the other dude, at least. Yeah, thought you had to. And he wins. That's okay. I'll gain 4 life. Let's make one modification to this deck. Flagship's cool. I haven't been able to actually play it yet, though. I'm pretty sure there's a vehicle that allows me to exile a creature. That would be really sweet to do it on the fly. They wouldn't be expecting that. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's do... Alright, so we're looking for... I think it's an Aetherdrift vehicle. So let's do search vehicle exile. Yeah. Exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls until this vehicle leaves the battlefield. Alright, that's pretty sweet. What do we get rid of? We have 3 of them. They're uncommon. I think we only need... It would be nice to have 1 or 2. You know, I know Magda's legendary, and SRAM's legendary, but it's important for me to have those out there all the time. We could probably go down 1 Voyager Glide car, get one of these. And I know this is a cool card, but what else? What else? I want 2 of them in case I have one of them in my hand, like I did with the Valor's flagship there. And Greasefang bringing these back from the graveyard. Pretty sweet. Alright, what else do we want to get rid of? Probably a Bank Buster. Yeah, probably a Bank Buster. It's rare historic games go that long where you're actually using it to draw cards. Okay, let's give that a shot. Sometimes it's just a deterrent, the Bank Buster. They see it's there, they don't do anything because it's a big 4/4 body for 2. So you draw a card instead. Excuse me. It's a good hand. We might actually get to play these mines this game. We'll see. We'll play the motors first. Three Dwarven mines, wow. No artifacts yet for the SRAM, which is interesting, although... Which means I don't need Greasefang yet, and I don't need this yet. We'll scry both of those away. Okay. Oh, beautiful. We love treasure tokens. Okay, that's 2 mountains. So, we played... Okay. Yep, we've seen this deck a million times. Alright, we're gonna play... We're gonna have 5 mana total. So we can play the SRAM. So we'll attack with the Motorist. That'll give us our extra treasure token that we need. Oh boy. I cannot believe he did that. He's clearly playing an Angel deck. And we'll play this. Okay. Alright, then if he doesn't do anything at the end of the turn, we can crew that Chariot for no reason at all. Okay. So I could crew it, but he would die. But I would get 2 treasure tokens. Is it worth it? No. No, it's not. That's why he blocked. Interesting. Interesting tactic. We don't need any more lands. We'll take a Greasefang for sure. Now. And we'll play the Aethersphere Harvester. Yeah, getting those treasure tokens was not worth it. I don't know. We'll give him lifelink. It's so hard to work around vehicles. Because, again, like, you play a Wrath of God, but the vehicles are just sitting there. But they're future creatures that you can use, and all you need to do is throw out 1 veteran motorist, and you're doing 4 damage next turn. Again, like, I'm going to be playing a Dwarven Mine here that can create that Aethersphere Harvester. In fact, I can crew both of them. Gain your life. I don't think I have any... No, I don't currently have any in there. But this can be crewed by you. This can be crewed by you. Again, lifelink. Okay. And I have a mech hanger. If he kills everything again, I just use my mech hanger to attack with one of them. Which is what I'm going to do, I think. Now we'll see. We're going to cycle this. Of course it uses the mech hanger. Aha! That's a really good card. A good cycle. Alright, so we're going to... Screw you with you. Screw you with you. Fine. And attack. Sure. Lifelink. And I'm the one with a whole bunch of life, and you are the angel deck. Okay, I think this is GG. It's the mech hanger, even if they just... they would have... Yeah. They would have to exile everything, which they can't do. It's GG. Like, we got multiple ways of GGing here. If he tries to kill something, yeah. Alright. Excellent. Let's play one more game. We lost one game with that 160 Trampler. Shambling Mound or whatever it was. We made a modification. We haven't seen that card yet. I'd like to make something similar to this in Standard. I started playing around with the Standard artifact, or Standard vehicle deck. And it didn't do too well. I definitely need to make some modifications. I also need to get more rares and mythics so I can buy more cards, which I don't have. Alright, so we won't have a turn 1. We'll have a tap land. I go first. Turn 2, though, I can play the Motorist and find more lands. Okay, that'll be alright. These Wardens will be important, most likely. We'll do the Motorist first, so we can get the Scry, and then play Magda next turn. Okay, land. Keep that. Hopefully he doesn't kill the Motorist, so I can get my treasure token. Excellent. Huh. Yeah, we don't need to play the glide car yet. We probably... nah. We're okay. Alright. 7 cards. If a card among them flying... Yeah, this is an alchemy card. They're all broken. Not all of them, but... This is just... Look at the top 7 cards of your library. If a card among them has flying, Priest of Possibility, Purpose against flying. Same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, and he got Indestructible. Okay, well, we're just going to exile it. How about that? We're going to exile you, and your Indestructibility goes away. We're even going to play this. We want that right now? I don't think so. Okay, and then we get another treasure token just by tapping the Fairgrounds Warden with the glide car, and he plays another Priest of Possibility. Okay, well the same thing's gonna happen. I'm just gonna exile you again. Flying, blah 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 blah. I don't really care. Another treasure token, and this is the ball game. Could have even played our new vehicle that we threw in there to exile, since we can sacrifice these treasures on attack, plop them in, got him out of our library, exiled him, and then before he even gets to declare blockers, he's gone. Yeah, this is a really good deck. It's fun. It's really fun to play. Let's play one more. One more. So you can see how bad it gets destroyed against elves and goblins. I probably need to throw my Settle the Wreckage back in there. I think I have a sideboard for best of 3 to play against stuff like that. So okay, so we can get a Motorist out on turn 2, which is great. Here's the Chariot. Can cycle him as well, that's even better. I'm gonna have to throw this card in my standard deck. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. That. Again, turn 2 and turn 3, Motorist, then into Magna. Oh, goodness. I think we'll take one of these. This looks like we're playing against another Angel deck. Okay. I'll take that. And I think I'm going to cycle the Chariot. Let's see what else he's playing here. Okay. A lot of destruction. Okay, found our land. Good. I think we're just going to play the hearse. And then we can draw. Got something for the hearse too? Disenchant of some sort? Okay. Alright, I only have one hearse, so I'm not really concerned about that. Should I get his cards out of his graveyard? Doubtful he's going to get him back, but I might get the hearse back. If I get the hearse back, I want to be able to... Okay, you can take it. I want to be able to get as many cards out of his graveyard as possible. Alright. Oh boy, we're drawing a lot of lands here. Let's play that other mountain. And I guess we'll play Depala and draw. Okay, lots of removal, We got ways around removal. Okay, that's fine. We need another Ceramic, good. And the mech. Okay. Draw a card. We need another plains. No more mountains. This is not a mountain, so we need to play this mountain next turn so we can actually get a Dwarven Mine out of it. This is an enchantment deck. I guess I should have got the hint after Ixalan's Binding. This is In the Trenches. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Exile target non-land permanent you don't control into this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Only activates certainly only once. Okay. So I think we're gonna search Hacker Mech the Starfield Mystic. Just kill it. And attack. Thought I had the right. Why can't I play Depala? Red, white, nothing. Why? Oh, because he has the Ixalan's Binding. Okay. That was very confusing. I'm gonna get that back. Okay. I'm not that concerned. I could get my dwarf. And I'm gonna play my Weatherlight completed. And I'm gonna attack with my Surge Hacker Mech. Next turn I think I can, yeah, I can power both of them up. Yeah, you can take all my creatures you want, but you need to start taking my vehicles. In fact, take one or more turns and you're going to trace twice as many instead. Okay. Here's my other planes. So we're going to get this mech. And this mech. Attack. Alright. Let's see what he's got here. These have Menace too, so even if he brings out a little 1/1, it's not going to help. This is an interesting deck, though. Yep, there's... Oh, yeah, he takes... Okay, well... I'll just get rid of Can't bring out the other one. That's okay. He has Menace. Okay. Great games. I only lost that one game where the opponent had 160 creature. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of this historic deck that I played. Vehicles are fun. And I'd like them to be fun in Standard. A lot of people aren't making that many vehicle decks in Standard. I'd like to try to toy around and make something that's actually decent and fun. I don't like playing the meta, so to say. The standard, the normal standard decks, maybe the top 5 you'd see. It's just boring for me to see all the same decks all the time. So I try to make up my own, see what I can come up with. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and you have a great night, great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.